Hey there, Kate Phillips here. Welcome back to the Total Wealth Show. I've been gone for a couple of months. You might have noticed I snuck out my intro video and then I disappeared. I wasn't feeling super great for a couple or so weeks. May have been a mild case of COVID, don't know. I'll get antibody tests at some point. And then I got crazy busy. I've been a part of something called the Impact Giveaway, and I actually filmed a brand new video course that I am giving away. I will have the link in the description if you want to go take advantage of that. It is called Abundance in Any Circumstances, 12 Essential Truths for Creating Prosperity Now. And it's a little on the abstract side, the woo-woo side. I don't talk about economics, but these are the insights that kept me sane when I was losing everything, including my own home, in the Great Recession. And these are the truths that help me recover and get back on my feet and understand the reality beyond the numbers and regain my own true prosperity. So today's topic, and it's probably the one you clicked on, is what the heck is going on with the stock market? I think I've actually figured it out. I've been listening to the analysts and the economists and the anchors on CNBC, and they're missing some really major points. I think they're wondering why the heck could the stock market be going up when we have record unemployment numbers and we're in the middle of a pandemic and people are out of work and nobody's spending money and the economy is going to hell in the handbasket. And yet the stock market is most days seems to be going up. This actually makes perfect sense, as I will explain. So first of all, we are saving more and spending less. Some interesting numbers just came out recently from Market Watch. So in the first quarter, or in the month of March, and they actually give two different figures, but incomes decreased by either somewhere between 2% and 3.1%. And obviously it's not that everybody's income went down a little bit, but some people's incomes, unfortunately, have gone down by a lot. And then you have maybe 2/3, 3/4 of the population, the working population, that, their incomes are essentially the same, unaffected. So during the same time, spending dropped 7.5%. So the net result is that everyone has more money. Not everyone, but the people whose incomes were unaffected, they have more money right now. I'm not going out and spending money eating out. I'm not going places. Nobody's going to, sports games. The retail stores are closed unless you want to go pick up some liquor or some groceries. Pretty much, that's about it. And so the savings rate rose 8% in February. I'm not actually sure where it was before, but I think it's been hanging out at around, 3 to 4, maybe 5% recently. And the savings rate hit 13.1% in March, which is extraordinary. This is the highest savings rate we have had in 39 years. So then the question is, people are saving all of this money. Where is it going to go? So meanwhile, we've seen interest rates drop. So if you're putting money in your savings account, my Ally high interest savings account since the beginning of the pandemic, I believe has dropped from 1.6% interest down to 1.25. Maybe we'll see it go lower. And we've seen T-bills drop down to about 0.7, less than 1% for sure. Bonds have been a little crazy. And so where do you put your money? So a lot of people, yes, putting money in banks, awesome, especially if you don't have emergency fund or much of one. Lots of uncertainty right now, so a lot of money's going into banks. But I'm quite positive quite a bit of it is also going into the stock market. At the same time, people have more time on their hands. Not all of them are working. A lot of them that used to go into offices are working from home, where all of a sudden it's a little handier to do a little stock trading, maybe on the side. So, another trend going on is that, and this has been going on for several years, but with the advent, maybe about 5 years ago, of the Robinhood app, we saw free stock trading. And after a while, other traders started dropping their prices. It used to cost, five, six, seven, eight, up to maybe $10 or $12 to buy or sell stocks online, and all of a sudden that's pretty much down to zero now with a lot of the traders. I know Ally Invest is at zero, TD Ameritrade went to zero, and pardon me for looking at my notes here, they have tripled their users in the last 5 months. So part of that, about half of that gain, was after they went to free trades back in about November. And then the other half has been since the start of the pandemic. They have added 608,000 users. E-Trade, they've also gone to free stock trading. They've added 363,000 trades just in the first quarter of 2020. I could not find information, although in some other video somewhere, can't find it, I saw a graph of Robinhood, or maybe it was Webull, one of those apps, and how their users have just absolutely spiked since the first of this year. But I do know that Robinhood has been growing steadily and has at least, this was at the end of last quarter, the end of the year, they had 10 million users, 10 million people with their app, potentially trading stocks. So everybody who's had it on their to-do list to start investing or to invest more or to learn about stock trading, all of a sudden they're home with more time, with more money on their hands because they're not going out and spending it. What are they going to do? They're going to trade stocks, and they have been. So when the analysts say, I don't understand why these stocks are so high, not only do we have more people in the market, more dollars in the market, and, I think if we saw stocks completely crash and keep crashing, we'd see more people pull their money out. But, the volatility, the FOMO is strong. It gives people hope. They're like, we can do this. And, about the pricing of stocks, something I hear is it's a statement I heard actually from a realtor friend of mine years ago. He would say, I can tell you exactly how much this home is going to sell for. And the seller, how much? He would say, this home will sell for whatever a willing buyer is willing to, a qualified buyer is willing to pay for it. Same thing with stocks. They will sell for however much a willing buyer is willing to pay for it. Same thing with homes. Same thing with Bitcoin. How much is Bitcoin worth? Well, Warren Buffett might say nothing, but as time goes on, the truth of the matter is it's worth whatever somebody is willing to pay for it. To some extent, the dollar is the same thing, that because of fractional banking, you can easily argue that a dollar isn't worth what a dollar used to be worth. And of course, in comparison with gold, we have seen gold rise in comparison with the dollar. And the Federal Reserve has taken all kinds of actions that, over the long term, will really weaken the dollar. But the dollar and a home and Bitcoin and a stock, it's worth whatever somebody is willing to pay for it. And so in the game of Wall Street, it's a bit like eBay for stocks. It's a bit of a bidding environment. The more people you have, the more volume you have, the more that stocks get bid up. And we've got a lot of bored people at home with money burning a hole in their pockets. We have these little checks as well, and that have been arriving. So there you go. I have explained for you the mystery of the stock market. Let me know. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Would love to know in the comments below. Have a good day. Bye.